Well, while life in West Maui remains uncertain, one thing is for sure. Residents are furious over the local government's response. You see, typically, when there's a fire, you use water to put it out. But Maui's Department of Land and Natural Resources delayed the release of water to landowners to help protect their property from the wildfire. In fact, they even disputed the release of water for hours after the West Maui Land Company made a request to release it. Maui survivors are even telling reporters they had to grab water out of their toilets to fend off the flames.
I was grabbing water out of the toilet. I was grabbing water out of my Brita filter in the refrigerator. It's a kind of disconcerting feeling when the fire guys show up and they don't have water.
According to the deputy director of the Department of Land and Natural Resources, Kaleo Manuel, water isn't a tool.
We've become used to looking at water as like something which we use and not necessarily something that we revere. But that's totally different in this Western capitalistic kind of economy that we live in. It's very extractive, individualistic approaches. Let water connect us and not divide us. Like we can share it, but it requires true conversations about equity.
Last time I checked, water puts out fires. Progressive mumbo jumbo doesn't.
And this is what I find the most frustrating about this story overall. It's that the people of this area, they came together without the help of law enforcement, without the help of firefighters. The people in this area were fending off the fires themselves. They were winning against the flames. And then they turned the water off on purpose. On purpose. They made the decision to turn the water off. And then, of course, we know all hell broke loose. But like the guy was saying, it got to the point where people were getting coffee cups full of water out of their toilet bowls and just desperately doing anything they could because they were willing to fight for their homes. They were willing to try to fend off the flames. But we all know how that ended. They cut the water off and they left these people with no choice but to try to escape. But unfortunately, when they tried to escape, they blocked them from doing that as well and forced them basically into the ocean. And it's not being reported right now. I made a video about it on my main channel. You might want to go and check it out. Bodies are starting to wash ashore. We have all been focused on the people who died in the fire. We've all been focused on, oh, what about the remains of the people who died in the flames? But from my understanding, that's not the only thing we have to worry about anymore. Because it looks as if hundreds of people died in the water. Hundreds. A neighboring island, they reported that over 180 bodies have floated ashore. And you're not going to see that on the news. They don't want to talk about that. You want to know why they don't want to talk about that? Because it's their fault. They literally forced everyone to go to an area where they would either die in the flames or have to try to survive in the ocean. Instead of just allowing people to drive down the road and get out of there. It was really simple, folks. It was really, really simple. But they purposely made it complicated. And they put these people in a position where they had to figure out, do I perish in the flames or do I perish in the water? Which one? Because the likelihood of survival was very slim. You're in a panic mode. You're already out of breath. You've been running around trying to escape all day. Now you're trying to tread water in the middle of the ocean during hurricane-force winds while flames and smoke are flying over your head. It's so sad. But what's even crazier to me, what's even crazier than the fire is everything that's been happening afterwards. And they've basically blocked media from being able to show us the true devastation of this situation. They've blocked media from going to certain areas. And, you know, I want to give you all an idea of how things are looking down there on the islands right now. So I'm going to roll this clip. As you're watching this clip, go ahead and let me know some of your thoughts in the comments. Hit the thumbs up button. And then, of course, after the clip, I'll be back with more thoughts. But without further ado, let's roll the footage.
So this is Front Street. This is where you're supposed to be able to get onto Front Street. And look at the fence they put up.
This is where they were herding people in. This is the herd. This is where they started the Death Street murder. This was all the trap right here.
You guys don't want us to see what's in there, huh?
Yeah.
Look at this. It's disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at the fence. Look at the fence.
Everybody has.
So you can't see.
Yeah.
You guys don't see what's behind here.
It's amazing they could even get that many supplies
Look at how
for
long
this island.
Jimmy, this fence wasn't here.
How did they even get that many
built it.
supplies?
They built it. Instead of looking for survivors, they built the fence. And look, they did it over here. This fence is new. This is a new fence. It's new.
Yeah, there's never been a fence in the island.
There's never been a fence. And look, the trees aren't even all the way burned, but all the houses are gone.
Look at these fencing poles. Look at this metal. It's expensive. This is hard work, man. This is millions in fencing.
It's gotta be.
Look at it. It looks like a palms, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. It does look like palms.
But look at that pretty brand new oceanfront property. Can't get even
all
near
of
it.
the damage is like down that.
They won't even let somebody pull off the road to just have a prayer. Like there's no.
No one's mourning.
You're not even allowed to stop and take a breath.
It's just a crime scene. Look at the 5G towers they brought in on trucks. Wow. These are all the new holders.
Yeah, you see.
These are all new holders. Yeah, they did.
Oh my God! Wait, really? The hill is higher.
They built up dirt around it. Okay, so when we come up on this hill, this is where we're going to start seeing all the FBI agents. Or it's up here.
They just line the road. You're not allowed to stop your car.
Not allowed to go see what happens.
Well, we'll just take a breath.
8, 9.
You guys, this is.
Every football field, we have an FBI agent in Maui. Maui, Hawaii. That is how. Look at that. 10, 11. This is 13.
The fact that we can't stop and pray right here.
14.
We cannot step on bodies right here. We're not going to harm anybody by stopping and praying. Why can't we stop and go here?
17, 18, 19.
There's
20.
That's where we were.
Another 2.
Oh my gosh.
Whole rock wall. How long did it take them to bring boulders in? Boulders? Look, a fence. There's the fence.
Oh my gosh.
Look at their 5G tower they have set up in that f***ing truck.
A chain link fence.
A chain link fence.
For this kind of stuff.
They haven't been looking for survivors before the fence.
He's a response, public safety person.
Wow. FBI agents.
Wow.
This is a crime scene.
That's what I mean. Did they use all the money to bring all these officers in and stuff?
To build walls.
They didn't
They
want,
only want to bring
and they didn't want like
They don't want to help people.
how many local guys
One,
offered
two.
to help? Why didn't you use our guys?
But this whole town's FBI. Ooh, this is wild, you guys. This is
Look
trippy.
at this one.
Oh my gosh! You know why there got burnt beyond burnt, and those are homes that they don't even know if all the people got out.
This is where I got trapped in the morning. This is where it took me 1.5 hours to get over. So you cannot go past this. The fence is really spooky. Look, they're getting the black tarp now. They're covering the signs.
What are you hiding?
Now, I want you all to really just sit here and really think about it for a moment. The year is 2023. In the year 2023, there is no excuse as to why fires are as bad as they are. There's no excuse that fires are allowed to wreak this much havoc. Really think about it. We have AI. We have robots on the streets of New York City. We have rovers supposedly on Mars. But we don't have the ability to fight fires yet. I understand that fires are devastating and fires were really devastating in the past, but the year is 2023. Look at all of these inventions. Look at all of this technology. You mean to tell me that we're not better equipped at fighting fires? I mean, there's no reason why fires should be able to get as bad as they do in today's day and age with all of the technology that we have. We've advanced so far, but we can't fight fires? Rovers are on freaking Mars, but we can't fight a forest fire. Really think about it. I mean, really think about it. Right now, as I speak, I am recording myself on a small little device. And then I'm going to upload this recording of myself to another device. I'm going to edit it. And then you all are going to watch it on your little devices. We have this technology that you're able to watch this video right now. Yet somehow we've made it this far as a civilization. We've made it this far as a species. But we can't fight fires. I can press a button and have food delivered to me from any restaurant in the city. But we can't fight fires. We got people diving down to the Titanic, but we can't fight fires. Really think about it, folks. Why is it that we've advanced so far, yet for some reason we don't have the ability to put out a fire yet? It's really weird when you really think about it. It's really weird. Because you think that there would be some new invention, some innovation. There would be techniques that we learned over the years. You would think that with the advancements in technology, whole entire towns would not be getting wiped out by fires. Yet, here we are. Here we are. In the next couple of years, we're going to have microchips in our brains. Cars are driving themselves. But we can't put out a fire. Either we are advancing in ways that don't really matter before we tackle the things that do, or we do have advancements in technology that could stop things like this from happening, or could stop things like this from being this bad. But instead of doing that, they allow these things to happen. That's my opinion. Because if we're able to send people to Mars, and we're able to FaceTime each other, and we're able to get next day delivery on Amazon, I think that we should have technology. We should have tools. We should have firefighters that are capable of putting out fires. But hey, maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe that's a crazy thought, right? Let me know your thoughts, though, down in the comments. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.